In this session, we will talk about eSchool Connect application. This application is one of eSchool's application. To join or to open this application, we can open it by web or by installing it on our smart devices. We will join it, or we will talk about it now on the web as a web application. Both web and the application that we install have same features. First of all, like the last time, we will open the eSchool website. We open any browser and we type here the website of eSchool, which is www.myeschoolhome.com, and when we finish, we press on enter. This page will open, and as a teacher, I must put my username and password. As we said before, these are the icons or the logos of eSchool applications. If you want to install the applications, you must install each one separated from another. Today we will talk about eSchool Connect, which have this logo. Now I will type my username and password as a teacher and press on login button to open my account. By default, this page will open to me when I open my account. It will open the eSchool Connect. Last time we talked that we can access other application by pressing on this eSchool icon and toggle between our applications that we can see as a teacher, okay? For example, analytics, gradebook, agenda, exams. But today we will talk about eSchool Connect application. Here are the sections of eSchool Connect, okay? The first section we will talk about today is messages. I will click on messages. I can see now this page. I can send and receive messages in this page. Here, number 3 means that I have 3 unopened messages. Here we can see the pink one, okay, means that these messages are unopened. Whenever I open any message that it was non-opened, it will become 2. Okay, here are all the messages that I receive and send. I can filter here by show all. I can filter by show sent, okay, and by show received. I can select any message and delete it. Okay, I will put it now on show all. Here we can see the content of message and the subject of message and when the message was sent, in which date, and here in which time I send and I receive the messages. So now we will talk about how to compose a message. To compose a message, I must press on this button, compose. When I press on it, I have 4 options to compose a new message. First option is all. When I press or choose all, I will have here 3 buttons: teachers, students, and parents. I can compose message to all teachers. Whenever I select on teachers, it will be sent, this message that I will write, it will be sent to all teachers. I can send it to all teachers and all students and all parents. This depends on which one I will select, okay? For example, now I will choose 3 options. This message I will send this message to all teachers, students, and parents. For example, the subject is vacation, okay? Easter vacation, for example. Okay, hello all. We will have, for example, 5 days vacation in April, for example. Have a nice time. Okay. Now we write the message. Here we write the subject of the message. I can send any attachment. Okay, for example, any image, any video, anything. Okay, for example, I will send this image. Okay, here we have an option to allow reply. I can send a message and allow the participants that they receive this message to reply to this message. Okay. If I don't want any participant to reply on this message, I can deactivate this option, allow reply. Okay. Now I will leave it. And when I finish from writing the message, I press on this send button. Now I will open, this is an account for a student. I will refresh this account and we will see how the student will receive the message. Okay, I will open here the messages. Here we can see that the name of teacher that sent the message. I press on it, name of teacher, date that it is sent in it, the message. Hello all, the content of message. Here is the attachment. Student can, or parent or any other teacher can open it, can preview it. Okay, in the way that he or she. And they can download this image on their devices. Okay. As a student, me, I can reply. Why? Since the person who sent the message, okay, allow me to send or to reply on his or her messages. Okay, for example, here, hi. Okay, and I can reply in another way. How? By replying on specific message. How? By pressing on this arrow and reply. For example, I will set here good morning. Okay, and I will press on this send. What is the difference between these two? This will be appear in the chat, but this will be will reply to a specific message. Okay, also student or any participant can send any attachment. Okay, here if I refresh, I can see the messages that the student or any participant send it to me. Okay, we can see here this reply on specific message and this message here. Okay, here in the info, I can see the date that I sent the message in it and the time, subject, and to whom this message is sent, to which student, to which parents, and to which teachers that this message is sent. Also, I can later on, okay, deactivate this allow reply when I deactivate this option and I go, for example, here I refresh. Students are and all participants are not be able to send any reply. You can see that this this space here that it allow me to reply, it is disappeared. Okay. Now we will talk about all or the option that I can send message to all participants. The second option is sections. If I choose sections, I press on this button, sections, and I can choose to which section I can send this message. For example, I want to send message to grade 9A, okay, to both parents and students. So if I send message to grade 9A and leave it here both, this message that I will send will be received by the students and parents of grade 9A, section A. I can choose here only student. So this message will be sent only for student in the grade 9A, or I can choose parents. So this message will be sent to only the parents of grade 9A, or both. Sure, we can, if we have many classes, we can here search, for example, 10th, okay, great. Now I will leave it here both, and sure, I can select many or more than one section, and when I finish, I press here on insert. Here I can see the number of selected sections. I can write any subject, and here we write the content of the message. Okay. And here we have attach, allow reply, as we said before, as we talked about it before, and we can cancel the sending and we can send the message. Okay, and the same options that we talked about it before. Okay. Third option is I can send messages for specific users. In the users, we have teachers and we have students. For example, I want to send this message to teachers. Here we have all the teachers. For example, I will send for this, okay, insert, and specific student. For student, I can send for specific parent of student, specific student, or both parents and students. Here we can see grade 7, the name of student in grade 7. Okay, I can select here from different classes. When I finish, I press on insert, add any subject, add any message. Sorry. Okay, any attachment, allow reply, and I can send the message. Okay. Fourth option is groups. I can create groups and send this message to this specific groups. Did you remember that in agenda we have groups? I can send agenda to a specific group. Did you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and I told you that in another application, we will talk about where to create group, okay? Now we will talk where to create groups. Okay, before I choose this option, I will go to this tab here, groups. I can see all the groups that I created before. If I press on this arrow, I can see the participants in each group from students and teachers. I can remove any participant by selecting them and press on delete icon here. I can use these options to rename and to delete all the group. Type how to create a new group. I press on this plus icon here. This window will open to me. I can name this group, for example, Arabic language or Arabic language, okay, group. Okay, and when I finish, I press on create button here. Now, this group is empty. I want to add participants in it. I press on this add button here. I open it by pressing on this arrow first, and then I press on this add button. I can add only teachers, I can add only student, and I can add both teachers and student in same group. For example, I will add these teachers and I will add this student also. Okay, here I can see the participants in each group. If I want to delete any participant, I select them and I press on delete icon here. I go back to inbox, compose, fourth option, groups. I will select here groups. I can see the groups that I create them before. Arabic language group. For example, I choose this group and I want this message that I want to send to only parents and teachers of this group. I can exclude students. I can exclude any participant, okay? Or any type of participants, okay? And also here, for sure, we can search if we have many groups. When I finish, I press on insert. Here we can create groups, okay? And these groups will appear in the agenda, okay? When I create them in this groups tab. When I finish, I press on insert. For sure, I can choose more than one group. Here I will specify the subject and the message that I want to send, allow reply, attachment, and we can cancel and send the message. Okay. Any questions about the messages section in Connect before we go to another section?
No, ma'am.
Everything is clear?
Yes.
Great. Now we will talk about the rooms sections. Did you remember in the last session we talked about live classes? We talked about how to create webinar. Now in this section we are creating webinar. But what is the difference between rooms and webinar? Why we have rooms in Connect and webinar and live classes? Webinar and live classes is related to the teacher and the student in this class, plus it's related also to the time of this class, okay, sorry, to this session. For example, the second session is 50 minutes. After 50 minutes, this room will be closed. This room or this webinar in the live classes, only teacher and students can attend this room, okay, or this webinar. But in this section, rooms, I can create the room. I can, or the creator can specify the time of the room. The creator can specify the attendance or the participant that may attend in this room to send them this invitation to the room, okay? This is the difference between the rooms and the live classes. Rooms can be used for example, if they want to make any invitation or any, I forgot it. If they want to make, to talk about anything or discuss anything, the coordinators with to discuss any topic with their parents, okay? If they want to take teachers, talk teachers with parents, like Zoom, but we have here rooms. In this tab, I can see my invitations. If I have invitations, I can see for today, the upcoming ones, and I can see the history of my invitations to the room, okay? In the room management here, I can create, okay, I can create a room, okay, in the room management. I press on create here. I have the same options or the same options to send them the invitation. I can, for example, use courses. I can make, for example, this room for grade 9 to both parents and students. I press on insert. Also, for sure, I can select more than one class or more than one section or course. I can specify here the title of this room. For example, we will talk about, or we will discuss about the behavior. Okay, behavior of student. Okay, with the parents and the students, and we will talk about 1, okay, 2, 3, for example, these points. When I must specify the day, okay, and the time. For example, I will make it today on 7:24 or 25 a.m. The duration, for example, it will be 30 minutes. Okay, when I finish, I press on create type. For now, behavior of student, the participants of that I select didn't receive any notification that they have an invitation to a room. Why? Because the creator of the room didn't publish this room yet. I must publish this whenever I press on this publish button, the participants will receive notification that they have invitation for the room. Okay, I will press on publish here, confirmation message to publish this room. If I open here the account of student and I refresh, if you have if you install the application, you can receive it as like a notification on your device. Okay, in the room I can open it by the notification here that has a room invitation. I can open the room from here. Okay, it will open for me the rooms. I can see the creator, the subject of the room. Here in the info, I can see the description that I add and how many participants will attend. And I can join the room. In the room, the same as live classes, okay? Same features. Okay. Why we have this option here to create and then publish? I can prepare set of rooms, and whenever I want to notify the parent or the participant that they want or they might attend this this room, I press on publish to notify them. Okay. Any question about how to create a room?
No, ma'am.
Okay. After 9 minutes, this meeting will be ended. Okay. Will please join the same link. Okay. Now we will talk about the polls section in the Connect. In the polls, now we are creating a poll to send it to the to specific participants in for specific users in the school. How to create any poll? We go to poll management. Okay, I will press on this create button. I will have the same options that we see before: courses, sections, users, and the groups. I will choose now courses. Here I must choose courses to which courses I will send this poll. For example, for grade 9, to student, parent, or both, I can choose. And when I finish, I press on insert button here. Here I want to specify the title of this poll. For example, about online learning. Okay, and here I can specify any description. This poll, for example, is to know your opinion about online learning. Okay, or online learning. Tamam. Okay. Now I will specify from which date to which date this poll will be available for the participant to submit or to send me the answers about the question that I will send in this poll. For example, I will make it from today, 7:30 a.m. to Friday, 7:30 a.m. Here we have three options. Number of copies. I can, by default, it is 1. Yani this means that each participant will receive only one copy. I can make it 2 copies, 3 copies. Okay. I can specify the number of copies that the participant will receive this poll. I can, for example, if I'm writing the questions in Arabic language, I can specify the direction from left to right or from right to left, and I can make it as private responses. Yani each participant, when he or she submit, when I see the answers, I will don't know the
Other students will not be able to view, right?
yeah, no. As I create the poll, I will don't know the participant that he sent me this specific answer. Okay, we will see how now. I will activate the private response, and we will see how. Now here I can create the questions. When I press on this new question, I have 4 types of questions that I can add in the poll. First type is short answer. For example, I will ask them, in which class, or are you a student or teacher? Okay. And I will, when I finish from adding the question, I will press on create to create this question. Second type of questions is multiple choice. For example, here I will add the question, for example, what is the color of, for example, sky I can, the answer type, I can specify if it's single or multiple. First, we will try to add a single. For example, here, white, pink. I can add choices, blue, red. When I finish from adding the question and the choices, I press on create button. Now, for example, what is the color of the apple? I will choose the multiple here. I can add white, blue, red, and yellow. Okay, when I finish, I press on create. Third type is drop down. We can add here what is the name, for example, of your school. Here I can add the options. Okay. These options will appear in a drop-down list. Okay. When I finish, I press on create button. The last type of questions is yes or no questions. Do you like distance learning? And the answer of this question will be yes or no only. I can't add any other answer. When I finish, I press on create. I can add more questions as I want. Each question have these options. I can edit each question and I can delete any question I don't want to add it in this poll. When I finish from adding these questions, I can sort the arrangement of, or I can arrange these questions in the way that I want. I can drag and drop like this, the question.